Hey everybody, it's Matt with Tuttle Outdoors. We're going to be planting our sweet potatoes today. So here we tried a new thing here where we took clippings from our slips and made plugs. So you can see, if you look up here, I took a piece of the stem and I snipped it at the bottom, and I snipped the branches off, then it grew this little top. So we're going to do an experiment and see what works, what we get more sweet potatoes from, the plugs or the slips. So we're gonna plant a row of each. And for the slips, we're just gonna, pick them off here and plant them in. We'll show you that here in a minute. But here, let me show you our rows, what we're gonna do. Okay, so here's our 2 rows. I put this bone meal down. I just kind of sprinkled it down in through there to give us some phosphorus. For bigger roots, bigger blooms and bigger roots. So, and then would give us some Agro Thrive through the drip too. So we're gonna do, I guess we'll do this row first with our plugs and see how that looks. And then what I'll do is we'll just kind of bury it as we go along. Then we'll put the slips in this one. So we'll show you guys what it looks like when we're done. Everybody, we got our plugs planted. So I'm just gonna come back in and rake them up and cover the drip up a little bit so that's not too exposed. Now we're gonna do our slips. So that's what that looks like. We're back over here checking out our slips, getting these here. Now the only issue is there's fire ants in this bed, but I'm thinking maybe I can just pull these off of here kinda. I'd like to get them with some roots on them. Oh yeah, right there. Okay. Probably should have had a cup of water or something, but let's pull these up here and we'll kind of see what we end up with. And these were just store-bought sweet potatoes that we buried this spring, and for this reason, to get some slips out of them. All right. Well, we'll dig these up. See, like that right there. Pull that potato off of there. That'll be one right there too. That's nice. Looks like this is already wanting to grow potatoes. Really. I don't know if we can plant that whole thing.
See why not?
Plant it just like that. All right. We'll dig these up, then we'll be right back. Okay, guys? All right, guys. Well, here you can see some of our slips that we're pulling up. How nice they look. I'm really surprised out of these barrels right here. But yeah, look at that. And some of these have more, that's a nice looking slip. I don't think I'll ever buy slips again. This is our first time doing them like this. And we put these in here like, I don't know, probably sometime in April. But, you can't buy a slip that nice that I've ever seen. So, yeah.
So
And
we're
then,
just going to continue pulling these up, and when we head on over to the double row, we will.
but yeah, here, look at this where I pull it. I guess that's why they're called slips, because they just kind of slip right up. Right out of there. It's like that. Real nice. So we'll see. I don't know. I think I like these better than the plugs. The plugs were a lot of work to keep them watered and everything for the past couple of weeks. And when you can just pull them right like this. But I guess we'll see. I guess out here at our rows here, I'm just going to show you guys how I'm going to plant these. Just take them and kind of stick them in there. Nothing too fancy. No, I'm not going to plant them real deep because I don't want them getting down into the clay, really. And they'll probably get a little wilted back, but we'll just see how they do. I guess I'm gonna plant them about every foot or so. That's kind of what we did on the other side. I mean, if we get 1 or 2 taters off each of these slips, I'll be happy. So we're gonna try to get them to grow without, what I don't want is a bunch of big old honkers. I want some just nice normal sized ones. So I made these hills about as big as I could so that they don't, what happens is they get down in that clay and they sit on there in the water and everything and just, they'll split open on you. And here we got a cucumber that just happened to come up. But let's see, I think we'll put this guy right in here with him. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah. And I got my drip running right now too to keep them, to kind of water them in a little bit as we go. So we'll check back in here when we're done. Show you what it looks like. Okay guys, we got them all planted and everything. So the first thing I'm noticing with our plugs is they're not even wilting a little bit. Like you can see right here. And we planted these first. Now they're smaller than those, than the slips are, but I mean they are not even, as far as transplant shock, they're looking good, looking real good. And you compare that to these, the slips, they're definitely bigger, but I mean they're wilting right over. If you look down through the row, you can see the slips are wilted over. But they'll probably come right back, but I guess we'll see. I definitely like the way that the slips look coming out of there, but I mean right now the plugs are looking pretty good. They're standing tall. So we'll see which one does better, what we'll do. All right guys, catch you on the next one.